The storm never knew your name, but it sure remembered your strength. They didn't just go against you, they challenged the universe itself when they came for you. What they didn't understand is, when the universe chooses someone, it fights back. You weren't just surviving. You were being sharpened, reshaped, reforged in silence while they laughed, mocked, plotted. But every hit they threw was actually ricocheting off your destiny, bouncing off a future too powerful for them to touch. They never had a real chance. They came with fake smiles and hidden knives. They tried to dim a light they didn't ignite. But here's what they never expected. The light was never yours to begin with. It was the universe moving through you. And now it's about to blind every single person who thought you were weak. So before we go deeper, make sure to like and subscribe, not just for you, but for every other chosen one out there still walking through fire, thinking they're alone. Your click tells YouTube this message needs to reach more souls who are quietly carrying worlds on their backs. Help signal the algorithm that the chosen are waking up, and we're not whispering anymore. What you've been through in silence is about to be revealed, and it's going to send shockwaves through everyone who thought they had you figured out. This isn't just a comeback. This is a cosmic rebalance. The universe doesn't pick favorites without purpose, and when it picks you, it protects you, but it also exposes everything that tried to break you. They thought they had you boxed in, broken down, predictable. But you were never in their little story. You were on a path written by something they can't touch or see. You've survived sabotage disguised as love, betrayal in family form, attacks so quiet no one else even saw them. And still, you didn't fold. The truth you carry now, it's not just your story, it's a weapon. A truth so deep, it makes liars twitch. It turns fake friends into strangers and forces your enemies to face themselves in a mirror they've spent years avoiding. You're not just exposing what happened, you're forcing everyone who wronged you to finally deal with what they did. The power of being chosen isn't about walking peacefully, it's about walking through war without losing your light. It's about being underestimated so long that your rise feels like thunder. It's about becoming the very storm they thought would destroy you. And let's be clear, you were never alone. That feeling, that isolation, that's part of the shaping process. The universe puts its strongest in the quietest rooms, in the loneliest corners, so their power can grow undisturbed. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. Now that you're stepping out of the shadows, they won't recognize you, because you're not who you were. You're who you had to become. The survivor, the truth bearer, the shock they never saw coming. So let them be stunned. Let them scramble to rewrite the narratives they built around your silence. Because the real story, the one you lived, the one you survived, is far more powerful than their lies ever were. And now it's yours to tell. This isn't just survival, this is revelation, and you are the one delivering it. So, if your spirit's still buzzing after hearing that, good. That's not just emotion, that's alignment. The universe doesn't echo for no reason. Drop the number 77 in the comments if you've ever had to sit in silence while people wrote false stories about your life. If you've ever had to heal without applause. If you know something powerful is waking up in you right now, stay with this. Let it pull you in. This message isn't background noise, it's a mirror. And if you truly are one of the chosen, you're going to feel every word in your bones. Now, let's get into it. Number 1. Time to rip the mask off. The truth's about to taste like fire to the ones who tried to bury it. They didn't break you, They just handed you proof of how untouchable you really are. This is the part they never expected, that you'd survive long enough to talk about it, that you'd crawl out of every dark room they locked you in and bring a spotlight with you. And now that spotlight is aimed right at the truth they tried so hard to hide. They spent years pushing lies, creating fake versions of your story, rewriting you like you were some disposable side character in their little drama. But the plot just flipped, and now you're the headline. Understand this. When the universe chooses someone, it builds a shield around them that no enemy can see, but every enemy feels. That discomfort they have around you, that sudden hate out of nowhere, that urge to discredit you without cause. That's not random. That's spiritual recoil. They're reacting to your presence the way shadows react to the sun. And guess what? The brighter your light, the louder the panic. And now here you are, standing in the space they swore you'd never reach. You didn't just survive. You endured things that were engineered to break you. Silent wars, attacks with no proof, smiles that hid sabotage, people clapping for you in public while cursing you in private. You were surviving in plain sight while they were performing. Let's get one thing straight. They weren't fighting you. They were wrestling with the force that chose you. They were throwing punches at the universe and thinking it wouldn't punch back. And now the universe is pulling receipts through you. So speak, loud, clear, unapologetic. Your truth isn't just personal, it's cosmic ammunition. Every word you say now is a vibration that undoes the curses, the lies, the silence. This is bigger than storytelling. This is balance being restored. And whether they're ready or not, the truth is coming through. Some will say you're being dramatic. Let them. Some will say you're exaggerating. Let them. The same ones who accused you of being too sensitive were the ones who got uncomfortable every time you came close to clarity. They needed you confused, quiet, doubting. But those days are gone. They wanted you to forget what was done to you, to play nice, to heal quietly. But there is nothing polite about rising. There is nothing soft about truth. Sometimes truth feels like thunder, because that's what it takes to wake the world up. And to the chosen ones who are still struggling with self-doubt, still wondering, why me? Hear this clearly. You were never alone. Not once. Not even in your darkest hour. The silence around you wasn't abandonment. It was sacred construction. The universe clears the room when it's building something indestructible. You were isolated so your gifts wouldn't be polluted. You were silenced so your voice would carry weight when it finally broke free. Stop questioning your worth. Stop dimming your light to keep the fragile comfortable. You've been given the kind of strength that makes enemies out of people who haven't even spoken to you. That's not ego. That's energy. That's alignment. They weren't reacting to your personality. They were reacting to your purpose. You might ask, why did they target me? I wasn't doing anything to them. Exactly. That's what scared them. You were just being, and that alone disrupted their whole illusion. You don't have to swing to be a weapon. When the universe backs you, even your stillness has power. And to the ones who tried to break you, what did you think would happen? That you could mock the chosen and stay untouched? That you could tamper with a soul in alignment and not feel the aftermath? You were playing chess against the very hands that created the board. And now the game is over. Your story is not just survival. It's a signal. It's a message to every other chosen one still buried under the rubble of silence. When you speak, you unlock others. You show them that they're not crazy, not weak, not broken, just becoming. This is why you can't stay quiet. Not anymore. You were chosen to be the alarm, the shock, the disruption, the very sound that shatters illusions. You've carried pain that would have crushed most people. You've smiled with a shattered heart. You've lifted others while bleeding. And now you lift the curtain. Let your truth echo. Let your survival sting. Let the people who thought they knew you choke on the revelation of who you really are. And don't you dare feel guilty. Don't you dare apologize for being stronger than they hoped you'd be. You weren't built to be liked. You were built to last. And now, the moment you were prepared for has finally arrived. Because chosen ones don't just survive storms, they become them. And what you're about to say, what you're about to reveal, it's not just going to turn heads, it's going to turn the tables. Let's keep going. Number 2, they bet against the flame, and now they're watching the firewalk. They never expected you to rise, because they were too busy counting your scars to notice your spine, too busy watching your breakdown to realize they were witnessing your build-up. They were so sure the storms they sent would drown you, they never even looked twice to see if you were floating, let alone walking on water. You weren't just meant to survive, you were designed to defy. The weight they dropped on you was supposed to crush you, not crown you. But the universe doesn't play by their rules, and neither do you. See, the mistake they made wasn't just underestimating you, it was misunderstanding what you're made of. You're not stitched together with surface-level strength. You're sewn from silence, fire, and everything unspoken. You were built in invisible rooms, shaped by unseen hands, and armored with the very pain they thought would take you out. They laughed while you cried. They celebrated while you healed. They whispered lies about you loud enough to echo. But now it's your truth that's shaking the walls. That silence you kept, it was your forge. That loneliness, your transformation chamber. And every time you chose not to clap back, not to explain yourself, not to give them the satisfaction, they thought they were winning. But all you were doing was rising in secret. And now they have to watch. You were never meant to be another name on their list of broken ones. You weren't put here to be a footnote in someone else's power trip. You were the main event this whole time. The universe was setting the stage while they were setting traps. And now the curtains are pulling back and you're still standing. Let them look confused. Let them blink in disbelief. Let them ask, how? While you walk past the ruins they left you in. They don't get to understand you. Not anymore. You weren't chosen for them to get it. You were chosen to interrupt everything they thought they knew. The same spotlight that used to burn you, that used to feel too big, too hot, too much, it's different now. That light no longer exposes your wounds. It amplifies your power. Because you're not walking into that light as someone who needs approval. You're walking in as someone who carries the proof. Proof that you were targeted, proof that you did suffer, proof that you still rose, and proof that no one, not a person, not a lie, not even a storm, can cancel what the universe has already confirmed. This is not just any moment. This is your moment. Stitched into the very thread of time, locked in by cosmic forces that only align when destiny has something to say. And today, destiny has a lot to say. You're not just coming back, you're arriving like thunder in a place they thought would stay quiet forever. The whispers have stopped, the masks are cracking, and all the energy they poured into your downfall, it's echoing back into their own undoing. Because here's what no one told them. When the universe chooses someone, it rearranges everything for their rise. It shifts people, situations, timelines. What felt like loss was repositioning. What looked like rejection was redirection. What felt like abandonment was insulation. The universe wasn't being cruel. It was clearing the room for your entrance. And yet, some of you still carry guilt for rising. Still wonder if maybe you're being too much, if you should go back to being quiet, smaller, less threatening. Let me say it straight. You don't owe their comfort your silence. You don't owe your dimming to anyone who threw shade at your shine. They didn't expect you to rise because they thought pain was enough to kill someone like you. But what they didn't know is that pain was your alarm clock. It woke up parts of you you didn't even know existed. It woke up the speaker, the healer, the leader, the fire starter. And now you're awake. So let them talk. Let them choke on the story they tried to write for you. Let them sit front row while you deliver a performance they could never predict. This is your elevation, not because you begged for it, but because you earned it. So rise, loud, bright, fully, and let the silence you were buried in become the thunder that follows you everywhere. Because the real ones, they never stay down. Let's keep going. Number 3, the doors. Didn't shut on you, they shut for you. They said you were unlucky, that you must have done something wrong, that all those slammed doors, unanswered calls, lost jobs, broken relationships, failed plans, it was just your bad choices, bad karma, or bad timing. But no, what they called rejection was actually divine recalibration. The universe was stepping in and rerouting you away from rooms too small for your purpose, people too shallow for your depth, and paths too temporary for your legacy. You weren't being pushed out, you were being pushed forward, because when you're chosen, you're not allowed to settle. And so, the universe will disrupt anything that threatens to limit your growth, even if it means breaking your heart to expand your future. While they were busy clapping for themselves, thinking they had one-upped you, thinking you were spiraling, thinking you'd never recover, you were learning. You were being trained in silence, taught by pain, schooled by the stars. While they were comfortable, you were becoming. And let's be real, it didn't feel like preparation, did it? It felt like punishment, like being forgotten. Like the universe went silent on you right when you needed answers the most. But that silence, that was your classroom, that loneliness, your initiation. No one talks about what it feels like to be chosen. They just talk about the glow-up at the end. But we know the truth. Being chosen hurts before it heals. It strips you down. It disconnects you from everything and everyone that isn't aligned with your next level. And sometimes that looks like rejection. It looks like betrayal, like being ghosted by people you would have gone to war for, like watching people eat off your name while you go hungry in private. But now look, every no was a gate locking behind you so you couldn't walk back into what you outgrew. Every delay was a redirection, setting you up for something too big to explain in the moment. And every person who exited, they left to make space for those who see you now, not just as someone convenient, but someone cosmic. And now the signs are everywhere, numbers that follow you at the right time, dreams that shake you awake, random videos, songs, conversations that hit you in the exact spot you needed clarity. No, you're not imagining it. That's alignment. That's the universe saying, you're not crazy, you're being guided. People will doubt it because they didn't see the blueprint. They didn't walk your path, so they don't understand how every twist in it led you here. Let them doubt. That's not your job to fix. Your job is to trust the fire that forged you and walk with the kind of confidence that only comes from surviving what was meant to destroy you. And let's also address this. Some of you have doubted yourself, questioned the path, wondered if you're making it all up in your head, wondered if maybe you missed your shot. Let me be clear, if you were finished, you wouldn't still be waking up with that fire in your belly, that hunger to become, that push you feel every time you try to shrink and stay quiet. That's the universe refusing to let you forget who you are. Stop apologizing for your calling. Stop toning it down just because others didn't get the same vision. You were not rejected, you were repositioned, and those people who walked away from you when you had nothing, let them watch now. Let them sit in silence while the doors that rejected you open on their own, just for you to walk through. Because when the universe opens a door, no one can close it. And when the universe shuts a door, no apology, no second chance, no forced connection can reopen it. That's protection. That's alignment. That's power. So if you're still mourning a rejection, pause and look again. Was it really a loss? Or was it a hidden blessing with sharp edges? Because most of the things that saved you didn't look like miracles in the moment. They looked like heartbreak, like failure, like confusion. But the truth, every single one of those moments was movement. The universe doesn't yell without reason. It doesn't rearrange your life just to leave you stuck. If things fell apart, it's because something stronger was being put together behind the scenes. And now, it's time. Time to trust that the rejection wasn't about you being unwanted. It was about you being too necessary to waste on anything less than extraordinary. So move forward like it was all part of the plan, because it was. Let's keep going. Number 4, the truth you carry could burn empires. That's why they feared you. Your story isn't just a recollection of pain, it's a weapon, a loaded truth that, if spoken, would rip the masks clean off of people who built their entire existence on falsehood. That's why they tried to silence you. That's why the lies came fast, the rumors louder, the isolation heavier. It was never random, it was defense. Because your truth, it's dangerous, not to you, but to them, to the systems, the illusions, the reputations standing on quicksand and ego. You are the walking proof that they can't control the narrative forever. That no matter how many times they try to erase you, edit you, or bury you beneath their version of events, the real story has a pulse, and it beats inside you. Louder every day you stay quiet, stronger every time you try to swallow it back down. It's not just a story anymore, it's a reckoning waiting to be released. They didn't call you unstable because you were weak. They called you that because they were scared. Scared of what would happen if you ever gathered enough strength to say, here's what really happened. Scared of who would believe you. Scared of how many others would recognize their own story in yours and wake the hell up. See, when you carry a truth powerful enough to collapse false thrones, people will do anything to paint you as a liar. Not because you are one, but because your clarity terrifies them. That's why they tried to keep you in confusion. That's why they needed you to doubt your own voice. But that voice, it was never meant to stay locked in your